Hi guys, this is Nurhan from Egypt, and in today's video is all about Sham el Nessim. So I hope you enjoyed and glad to get a start. So we will share with you a brief history on this special occasion. Sham el Nessim is seen as an Egyptian national holiday. It falls on the first Monday following the Coptic Easter. The ancient Egyptians celebrated as a spring festival called Sham since 2700 BC, which marked the beginning of spring. So, what about the name in ancient Egypt? The festival was called Sham, or the renewal of life, in reference to the beginning of the agriculture growing season. In Coptic language, it turned into Wem and Nessim. Sham means garden and Nessim means meadow. Thus, it meant the garden of plants. After Arabic language prevailed in Egypt, the term Sham is the seen. Sham and Nessim found a rough phonosemantic match in Sham and Nessim. In Arabic, Sham means the smell and Nessim means air. Thus, Sham and Nessim means the smelling of the breeze, or the sniffing of the breeze, which fairly accurately represents the way in which Egyptians celebrate the holiday. They all get together as families and go out, find the green areas, and spend the day eating traditional fish called pesich. So, when did Sham el Nessim start? Let's look at the date. The spring celebration goes back to 4,500 years to the time of the pharaohs. Like most ancient Egyptian feasts, Sham el Nessim was also affiliated with astronomy and nature. It marks the beginning of the spring festival, which is the time they delivered the day and night are equal, when the sun is in the Aries zodiac, hence marking the beginning of creation. The date of the festival wasn't fixed, so every year they had to confirm the exact day by calculating and measuring the direction of the sunlight over the Giza pyramids, and announce it on the night before the feast. So what does this have to do with Christianity? You might ask, well, when Christianity spread all over Egypt by the 4th century, the Egyptians faced a problem in celebrating this festival. Sham el Nessim always falls during the Lent period before Easter, and the Christian fasting is characterized by extreme seclusion, deep worship, and the refrain of foods of animal origin. Therefore, it was difficult for the Egyptians to observe Sham el Nessim celebration that include a joy, fun, and all kinds of food. So they saw that the best day to do is to postpone the celebration after the Lent period and agreed to observe it on the day following the Easter. As Easter always falls on Sunday, Sham el Nessim is on Monday following it. So let's look at some of features of Sham el Nessim. In the festival, the rituals, the belief associated with Sham el Nessim celebration link it directly to ancient Egyptian feasts. Apparently, little has changed since the time of the pharaohs. The main feature of the celebration is preparing eating on traditional foods. The dishes eaten on this day consists mainly of green onions or scallions, the smelly salted fish, boiled colored eggs, lettuce, and turmeric, and so on. In ancient Egypt, families would combine all of these. They would gather on the eve of Sham el Nessim to color the world, the colored eggs, and prepare the pesich and the onions, some hanging the onions on the doorsteps to ward off evil spirits, and putting them under their grandchildren's pillows to the night to summon the god's succor. Before dawn, people would head to the meadow gardens and the Nile River bank to watch the sunrise. While carrying food and flowers, they spend their day out to be in open air, joyfully singing away the hours. So, what is significance of Sham el Nessim? Food. For example, the salted fish, fisich, is the symbolized fertility and prosperity to the Egyptians. Egyptians used to live close to the river Nile, and the fish were abundant where the water receded from the Nile flood, leaving them trapped in natural pools and easily caught, so they used it to store and sold the extra fish they had. It was believed that the offering of fish were made to the ancient gods to ensure a good harvest. And if it's prepared in traditional process handed down from one generation to another, the type of fish is used includes sardine, mullet, mackerel, and another food is scallion or green onion. And Egyptians would boil eggs on ShamelNessim Eve, decorate it and color them in various patterns, then write their wishes on these eggs, tuck them in the basket made of palm fronds, and hang them on trees or the roof of their houses, in hopes that the god would answer their wishes by dawn. Other food like lettuce, chickpeas, terms, malana are symbolized that the resurgence of life as they become plentiful during the receding of yearly Nile flood. They are harvested in late winter and early spring, which represents the feeling of all the hopefulness at the beginning of spring now. Concerning flowers, and as you may know that ShamelNessim falls on spring season, and spring season in Egypt marked with emergence of flowers and breeding animals, chirping of the birds, and in the early morning and buzzing of the bees in the night, becoming very soothing and calm after a long winter's silent fishing. So I think spring is a peaceful atmosphere for me. And that's it for my video. I hope my video will be enjoyable for you, and see you for the next time.